Welcome to Warriors TV. Today we are talking with defenseman Connor Lewis. First of all, Connor, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me again, Adam.
Always a pleasure, you know that. Well, in the middle of a summer break, so I know how's the break going? I know you've been abroad, so tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, I went away to Greece with the missus a couple of weeks back now, so it was nice just to relax a bit. But other than that, just been working, training still with the under-18s, which is good to keep my legs going, obviously. And then I think we've got a tournament in July down in Hull to look forward to. Last junior tournament.
Excellent stuff. So yeah, great that you had a chance of a break. But as you say, you're keeping involved with hockey and keeping yourself fresh ahead of a new season.
Yeah, certainly. It's good to keep your legs going.
Now, you had an outstanding season last year. You was a breakout star. So how did you think it went for you personally last year?
I think the start of the season I didn't go as well as I wanted to, but I think that's just what happens when it was my first full season. So near the end, I could tell the difference between the start of the season and the end of the season. And hopefully coming on next season, I'll be able to do the same thing and repeat it.
Yeah, and obviously coming off the back of the injury frustration from the year before, I guess it was important for you to get a run of games in the team.
Yeah, certainly. I feel like I made me stamp on the team and got some regular playing time, which is always good. And, you know, it was good to mix in with the lads a bit more because with my injury, I was away from them. So, yeah, it was all good last season.
Now, normally you are a defenseman, but there was at times last season where you were used in a full position. I seem to remember you was on the top line with Dean Holland and Phil Edgar. So what was that like as an experience?
It was different. I've never really played forward before, so at first I was a bit all over. But with them two being as experienced as they were, they helped me out a lot, and everyone helped me out. And it's pretty easy playing with them too. No matter what position you play, you're going to get points, really.
Well, that's true. Yeah, they led the team offensively last year. So looking ahead to a new season, a lot of change. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to it. I think with the change with Solway going up, it makes the league wide open, and a lot of teams are making a lot of good signings. And I think it's going to be a very competitive league this year, and you can only look forward to it. Every game's going to be a tough game, no matter who we're playing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of leveled the playing field a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And the other big news to come out over the close season is a new era at Whitley Bay with Tony Hand and Willie Dunn coming in. You got a chance to meet them just before you went away on holiday. So what's your initial thoughts on them both?
Yeah, they seem to have a good plan in the works, and I can only see positive things coming out from it, to be honest. I'm certainly looking forward to getting training and getting back to games and just see where it goes.
Yeah, sounds good. A lot of exciting plans announced during the fan forum as well. So it is going to be a massive change from last year, having you worked yourself under David Longstaff and Paul Matthews. But it seems like pretty much everyone's got back on board. So did Tony have to sell it to you, or do you think he was always going to come back anyway?
No, he didn't have to sell it one bit. I loved playing last season, especially for Whitley. There's no other team to play for in the league like it. So he didn't have to persuade me one bit. Especially playing for Tony is going to be an honour, really. I've been lucky to now be coached by probably the two best British hockey players ever. So you can't complain.
No, you really can't. Like you say, David Longstaff and now Tony Hand are arguably the two biggest names in British hockey. So that's something really important for a young player to have on their CV, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm definitely lucky. There's probably not many people my age that'll have been coached by two people like that in the first two seasons, really.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. No, you mentioned there before about the tournament you've got in July down in Hull. So is that one of your last tournaments with the 18s?
Yeah, that'll be my last juniors games. My last few games in a cage. Yeah, just looking forward to it. They're always a good group of lads. I'm going to miss playing with them, to be honest. It's always just good crack with them.
Yeah, and I guess it's a nice way to sign off, isn't it?
Yeah, no matter if we lose or win, it's going to be a good weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. There's been a few players who came through juniors around the same time as you to come into the team, the likes of Alan Yarrow, of Young Rocket, Owen Yarrow even. So does that help, do you think, that you've got familiar faces coming in around that same age group as you?
Yeah, it helps. Me and Rocket get on really well. We're close friends. But to be honest, the team's not like we don't have segregations. We don't have the older ones stick together, the younger ones stick together. Everyone just mixes in. Everyone's together all the time, and that's probably what makes us the team that we are and the way we play.
Yeah, that's a good point. Looking at the other end of the age scale, somebody like Sean Kipping always stands out as someone who looks after the younger lads. And has he been like a big brother almost at times on the ice?
Yeah, definitely. He's my stallmate last year, so anything I ever needed, he would help. Any advice, especially when I was playing forward, I'd look to him and say, "What should I be doing there? Should I be doing this?" And he'd give us the right response every time. He'd always have the time of day for me. But so do all the lads. Every single one of them have the time of day for anyone on the team.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Being one of the younger lads, is that important? Do you think that the more experienced lads can pass on that experience because they've been there and done it years ago, and they must remember what it's like to be in your position?
Yeah, definitely. I just think it helps the team now and for the future, because they're not going to be there forever. No one's going to be there forever, so they have to help the younger ones, and they do a good job of it.
Yeah, they certainly do. And Connor, you mentioned before about with Solway stepping up, and it's opened the field up a little bit. It's still a very good opportunity though for the Warriors, isn't it, to come away with a piece of silverware this year?
Yeah, I think it's probably the best opportunity we're going to have to go out fighting and win some silverware. But you cannot overlook teams. We have to go in every single game like it's our last, and just give it our all. There's not much more we can do.
You certainly can't. Well, Connor, always a pleasure talking to you, and I want to wish you all the very best of luck for next season.
Thank you very much, Adam.